MRecktv.
Bring back the man in you, not because you need to, but because you will want to. Improve your weight room and bedroom performance with the all-new VasoFlux for Men natural dietary supplement. This unique blend of barks, roots, herbs, and vitamins is nature's way of keeping you in the game. And all for under $10. You can order yours today. Visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856 today.
Now, as an artist, I'm pretty sure a lot of artists reach out to you for numerous reasons. One, because you're nice. Then two, your bloodline, being Big Pun's son. How do you, like, especially with people you don't know like that, how do you determine who's who?
Well, I think it's a constant navigation of life. You got to trust your instincts. And plus, I've been dealing with this since I was when I was 5 years old, since my father was alive. Like, I was 5 years old, realizing who was fake friends and who's not. Like, from that age, humans by nature are just interesting creatures. And I think that when you're someone that's considered celebrity, or when you're behind that veil, you're treated a lot differently. And I think when you're treated differently, you get to see true human nature beyond outside of the norm. And I've learned a lot about humans and people in general, where they act really weird around artists, and they act really weird around people that they consider famous, and they act really weird around in those circumstances where they won't do things that's normally accepted, like social cues, and they would make exceptions. And it's weird because artists, we see except for the ones with inflated egos, like we see ourselves as as humans too, like, what I mean. So we are able to peep when, like, same way a female, like, because girls know, and girls watching this, they know, and maybe some niggas don't know, but when you're being thirsty, or when you're being weird, or you're really checking them out, you think you're being low, you're not being low. Like, they know the nuances. Even if you go to them and they act like they didn't know, like, they knew, you know what I mean? And the thing of artists, like, I could peep when a person's trying to come up. I could peep when you have ulterior motive. I could peep when you're just trying to get certain things, like, you know what I mean? Like, and it just comes with experience. Granted, there's some people that hide it better than others, but overall, I think as a person, you just got to realize, if you know what you want, you know what you want out of situations. And if you know what you want out of situations, you're going to know what you want out of people, or what you're willing to tolerate and what you're willing to not tolerate. So sometimes I can smell it from a mile away. Sometimes I got to figure it out as it happens. But just moving how I move naturally, while I always move with an air of caution, and I analyze situations. And, I never fall too deep into being betrayed, or fall too deep into being, like, deceived by a person, because you always give people enough rope to hang themselves. Comes back around. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you just move properly, and you can weed out the ones that you maybe missed using your intuition and stuff. But yeah, you just got to keep your circle small, man, and don't be super, inviting to don't tell people your business. Don't like, keep to yourself, and ask more questions than you answer, listen more than you talk, and all those little things.
Trust me, I know. I'm a ninja for real. Like, even without this mask, like,
that's right. That's a shredder, yeah.
For real.
Yeah, it's a big fact. Big fact.
It's hard to get up on me, and I go off energy, vibes, frequencies, stuff like that. So, I gotta ask you these questions, because my type of platform, they look at me like, M.Reck, you ain't doing your job. Now,
no, you're held accountable as an interviewer as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Facts. Now, what's your relationship with the other Terror Squad members, like Cuban Lynch, Remy, Triple Saints?
Yeah, I would say same. Like, to my knowledge, there's no issues with anybody. Like, at least from my side going outward, like, I don't hold any, like, problems inside. There's minimal contact. I've probably seen Cuban the most over the years at certain things. I've probably seen Triple State Joker like once or twice. Remy, I've seen that like certain like the BET awards or certain things, and she's always friendly when I see her and stuff like that. And again, I can't speak for these people. I don't know how they feel towards me. I don't know what's said behind the scenes. I don't know what narratives are out there. I don't know what if minds have been manipulated. I really don't know how they feel. I can't talk for them. But there's minimal contact, and it seems to be on a high-by friendly basis when I see people. But there's no, again, and I try to stress this with people. Like, my father passed when I was 6 years old. and all these people he was running with, like, I didn't expect him to keep extensive contact with a 6-year-old or the family. There's certain people who feel like, okay, maybe for how much my pops did for certain people, there should have been levels of contact or whatever it is. But it's like, yo, like, I don't have expectations of people. People do what they do. It's better to ask them how they feel to get more clarity to the situation. I can only speak for myself. But for myself, there's been minimal contact, and to my knowledge, there doesn't seem to be any issues from them, and there's no issues from my side. So, it's just, other humans that exist that did things with my father 20 plus years ago, and yeah, it's all good.
Now, I think Remy Ma is a dope artist. Like, outside of her having the affiliation with your father, the whole Trevor Squad thing, how do you look at her as an artist? Like, where you rate her as? Like, is she like in the top female for you?
She's sick. She's incredibly good at rapping. I appreciate her pen game is sick, and I also really appreciate her media looks on being on with Joe Budden and on them on State of the Culture, things like that. Being a strong,
she's dope at that too.
Being a strong, outspoken female. I think it's important, especially in this day and age, especially with her being a minority, with her being a black woman. Like, it's important to have strong representatives for the culture in these positions. So I think she did well for herself as she came out. I think her business acumen is proper for that, for coming out and establishing herself bigger than what she was before, and being able to do that. I'm happy that she's been growing her family. Shout out to Pap as well, who's an amazing artist. You know what I'm saying? And their kids. You know what I mean? Like, so it's really beautiful to see her thriving in this time. And I think she made the right choices. I think she represents herself well. And I think she's up there lyrically with some of the best females rapping in this. And she's better than a lot of dudes as well. She's better than a lot of dudes rapping. So yeah, definitely.
I want to say this though, because I appreciate when people throw alley-oops, and your father, Big Pun, threw her crazy alley-oop to get in the game. You know what I'm saying? I know you probably heard that story. So
yeah, I mean, I remember the day I had to be like 4 or 5 years old, but I remember her like that they had to come through. I forgot we was living at the time, but they had to come through the crib, and she was there and she was rapping like and after every verse that she rapped, my father was like another one. They were like another, and she did not stop. She did not run out of verses. She did not, like, from that time. So like my father saw a gem in her, and it shows, again, decades later, and she's still relevant. Not a lot of people could do that. And she's made the right business decisions and things of that nature, where it goes to show, like, if you capitalize off of initial opportunities and you do the right things with it, and if you're talented enough and you work hard enough, then a lot could come from it. So definitely, I know he gave her the opportunity back then, and it was dope. It's a good memory that I could peek back on. And
that's ill that you have a memory like that at 4 years old. I want to
there's different things I remember, and that was my first impression of her. And at that age, I probably didn't realize the depth of what it meant. But as I'm older and I look back, I realize, like, like, to be able to go, and me being in those positions where someone, you're proving yourself to somebody right in front of you that is more known than you are. You know what I mean? So you have to show them. And she stood there and she did not stop. Right? She did not give up. She did not. You know what I mean? Like, so that speaks volumes to her character and how dedicated she was to the craft.
Salute to her and salute to her ball. Her ball game is up. You know what I'm saying? Now, for yourself, what are you trying to obtain when it's all said and done? Like, when, of course, you've been in the game, 10 years now?
Yeah.
So, I guess, what are you looking for, like, in terms of totality?
Bring back the man in you, not because you need to, but because you will want to. Improve your weight room and bedroom performance with the all-new VasoFlux for Men Natural Dietary Supplement. This unique blend of barks, roots, herbs, and vitamins is nature's way of keeping you in the game. And all for under $10. You can order yours today. Visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856 today.
This MRecktv content is sponsored by 9-7 Entertainment presents the movie Raina.
All right, y'all. It's showtime. Let's go. So we're gonna play this one smooth. Not going in there to rock any boats or make any waves, Neek.
It's gonna be straight, Raina. Definitely should crack for more than 150K. He got that shit, man.
150,000? Why you being so nice to me?
And I'm sure a man like you understands that a deal, even a good one, doesn't make itself happen.
No, you're the plug and such. You a joke's bound to happen if you slipping or you lacking. I'm gripping on the Mactin, ready for the action. Shots to make you break dance and have you do a backspin. I got more kicks than karate flicks. My whole team pushing Maserati whips. You on IG liking thotty pics. Shorty pocket broke but her body fixed. Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktv promo, MRecktv promo @gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone. MRecktv. It's got a music.